You are now tuned in
to Lamark After Dark.
What's up, guys? Welcome to Lamark After Dark episode. We don't know. We still don't know, but we're keeping it cute.
We're back.
We're back.
Took a little break. We tired.
But they don't know that. They don't know that.
Oh, you know what?
Like, they do not.
You don't know that.
Yeah, they do not know.
Just know we tired.
We're tired.
But we're working.
We're working. We have a special guest in the building. Welcome, Anna, to Lamark After Motherfucking Dark.
Thank you. I'm so happy to be here.
So, Anna, please let the people know your background and where you're from and all that good stuff.
Long story short, I was born far out in the countryside of Sweden on a little dirt road. Well, I wasn't born on the dirt road, but I was born in a hospital. But yeah, born and raised in Sweden on a farm. My mom had a restaurant. I went to school there, and then I came to the U.S. the first time at 17 as an exchange student. Realized I loved the States, apparently. Came back for an internship when I was 21, and then I hustled my way through, and here I am.
Nice.
Yeah.
How was the difference being living in Sweden and living in America as far as a student?
Oh, like capitalism is a bitch.
Yeah.
I mean, we have free healthcare. It's a clean country. People are cared for. You're not stressing the way you are here, but then the same token, everyone is kind of also the same. So it's very different, but it's beautiful. It's safe. If I had kids and a family, I would probably choose to live there. Now that I'm a single lady ready to mingle, I am here in New York instead.
Okay.
Shout out to Ray Domingo.
Right.
Hey.
Okay, so
know
your
that's
transition
right.
over here, you mentioned it was an internship. So what internship brought you that?
So I initially came here to work in the non-for-profit sector and with the United Nations. So I thought I was going to be this huge political lobbyist. I went to school and got my master's in international crime and justice.
Wow.
Worked with the United Nations and did all these proper things for my education. And then on the day of my graduation, I was like, I'm making no money in this field. So I started a event consulting company, and I started doing weddings. And yeah, I've been in the event and hospitality industry since. And then I do modeling as a side hustle because, you have to pay bills in New York, and one job is never enough.
Never enough. Wow. Okay, so we started all the way over here, and you were just like, you know what? F it. It's crazy you're saying that because on my graduation day, too, I was like, damn, what am I really going to end up doing? For real. Like, am I going to utilize this? So it's actually refreshing hearing someone else say that too. Because after graduation, unless you have, I feel like if you have a specific degree, you stick to it.
Yeah.
But if you have one of those degrees where you can kind of go any direction, you never really know where you're going to end up.
That's
So
true.
that's dope.
Yeah.
I interned, but I still, I wish I would have knew what I knew now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
As far as the money, because the money in entertainment is different. Yeah.
We won't go there.
Indeed.
Speaking of entertainment, so you were in Playboy.
Yes.
Please tell us that experience.
So I never wanted to model. I never used to model. And then I think it was right before COVID hit, I started getting a lot of asks and inquiries. And I was like, is that what I want to do? And I never thought about, having my nips out in on the World Wide Web. But I did a couple of shoots, and then I started doing a lot of lingerie, bikini stuff. And I got hit up by Playboy's marketing team when they were really expanding, and they asked me if I was interested in doing things with Playboy, and I was like, girl, that's like a childhood dream for I used to be a very, very chubby child. So I was bigger, I had freckles and glasses, and it was like growing up in Sweden, it's like you had to pick your poison, and I had all of them. So I never thought I was going to be looked at as a pretty girl or a hot girl. And then when I started working out, I started to really love myself. I feel like that also came out on the outside in a different way. And so when Playboy hit me up and asked me, I was like, Phew, what is that? A childhood dream coming true?
Great.
And my dad is in the background. No.
I was about to ask, how did your family take that?
Oh, so I went to Sweden shortly after I had done my first thing with Playboy, and I did an interview with a Swedish newspaper in my local small town. And I knew it was going to be published the day after. So I was having dinner with my dad and my mom, and I'm telling my dad, I was like, hey, Dad, this article is going to come out tomorrow, and I just want you to know that I'm not just modeling. I'm also modeling for Playboy. And he just goes, oh. And I'm like, I felt that. But no, I don't think I flew that man out to Miami so he gets to see who I am and how I live and how, even though like you're doing images that might be perceived as sexual, like who cares?
Right. That's exactly.
Who cares?
Exactly.
We are sexual human beings. Like celebrate it, make it beautiful, and go with it.
Body
and I think
positivity.
He does
now.
Exactly.
Exactly.
And then he got to see like, wow, she actually took this and made it into something positive. She's living good. Okay, I can respect that.
And you can still be, a smart, bad bitch, even though you do the lingerie. And
Absolutely.
How was the experience working with other models, or was it just like a solo shot?
It was just a solo shot. I've actually never, except for runway shows, I've never done shoots with other female models. I've only worked with photographers and then like a production team. I was supposed to do a shoot with a male the other day, but the photographer flaked. So that's I've actually very inexperienced. That's the immigrant coming out of me. I can't speak English. I've never like really worked with other models on set.
Dope. Did you meet Hugh?
No, he died.
Before.
Okay, I'm like, I don't even know when he died.
I mean, it's a pretty controversial industry
anyway.
Yeah. So it's cool that you're getting your experience in a nice, safe, healthy way.
They changed a lot. So Playboy definitely, now it's like mainly ran by women and it's very like marketing focused. They have like a whole clothing line. They even do like home design stuff. So like it's very different. It's a very different business module than when he ran it. Like back then, I think it was more like the mega promoter having a house full of naked ladies.
Yeah,
exactly.
Now it's a little bit more business oriented for sure.
Okay. Also, so much has changed just in like as far as life and society. Like so much. What is it? Just even with Dan Snyder and the whole thing with that.
Yeah, the Me Too movement.
Just a lot. Everything is very different.
Everything.
So.
Which is a positive thing because if this was maybe a decade ago, your experience may have been different.
Yeah, it would have been sold.
Yeah. So speaking of doing things that you weren't used to, have you ever had any opportunities that, made you nervous or just didn't feel right? Or maybe you did something you were like, damn, I really shouldn't have signed up to do this.
I mean, I've never done a nude. So I've never done a photo shoot nude. But I've been asked many times to work and attend sex parties as like a hostess. And in the back of like my actual approach to it is that I wouldn't mind. Like I don't again, I am very much for like celebrating the body and sexuality and freedom of sexuality, but I think that it's hard to sometimes combine what I do for work and for a living with that part of society because people definitely look at you already as like a girl that's like a little bit out there, very I mean, I'm again. You've seen my Instagram. I show some booty cheeks, and I think sometimes when my corporate clients they find me on Instagram, I'm like, oh, how are they going to approach this?
Yeah.
But I've gotten to the point. I am in my mid-30s. I actually do not give an F. Like, watch it.
You
and
can curse too.
enjoy
You
it.
can also curse on the show.
Oh, okay. I wasn't sure.
Yeah, you can say whatever the hell you want.
Happy Friday, motherfuckers! But I didn't want to say that.
Mid-30s, you look amazing.
Thank you.
I didn't catch that.
Yeah,
I didn't catch mid-30s at all.
Closer to 40 now, actually, than 30.
Wow.
So yeah.
I know that's right.
I know that's right.
Yeah.
You better do the damn thing, because
I'll take that. Thank you. Thank you.
So today's episode is based on pretty privilege, and I thought hearing your old story about how you were a little chunkier and freckles and everything like that. It's so crazy how like you've seen the best of both worlds and how. The world treats you if you're not quote unquote society's type.
Yeah.
So I guess we can lead right into question of the night, which is pretty privilege a problem in society?
I mean,
I would love the guesting.
I think it is in a way, but in the same token, I'm going with it. Like I have also never really gone with it.
Right.
So I was told, this is probably 2 years ago, one of my girlfriends, the one that was actually supposed to come here, she goes, Anna, you are not using the pretty privilege at all. And I was like, no, because like one, I grew up on a farm. I worked for my parents. Like I was biking for an hour and a half to go and clean stables from pigs. Like I've done the work. I've done the labor. And then when I guess discovered the fact that I was considered pretty in the society, especially here in America, I wasn't utilizing it at all. But then when I discovered how to utilize it, I definitely started going with it, right. but in a very respectful way. Like I know for a fact that I still have to do the work,
right?
Because I'm also not willing to do I'm not willing to take the way where I'm just going with the pretty. Like I'm not going to be with a man who wants to be with me just because I'm pretty and then do things for him. Like I'm not doing that. So I still have to do the work in order to get to places. But being pretty in the society definitely gives you opportunities that I think a lot of people aren't able to get to.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
I agree.
Yeah.
I think everyone also has different privileges in their own right.
Yeah.
I think that I think it's smart to use it, but it's also smart to, let the people know what you have. Like I feel like it should be a privilege, but also working hard as a mixture. But also not downplaying someone else for you not having that. If that makes sense.
Exactly.
Because something that they lack, you have. Something that
Right.
you lack, they may have.
Yeah.
And like you said, it's all about using it in a smart way because humility is a big thing.
Oh,
Like you never know what room you're going to end up in, and you might use your privilege in a negative way, and then that comes back to you.
Oh, absolutely.
So I feel like that's a beautiful thing when you learn how to kind of finesse it. And I agree with you, Lamark. Like we all have our own
Privileges.
slight
like-
privileges,
Right. in a way.
right? But your privilege might not be my privilege, might not be your privilege,
Yeah.
And some of us, I don't know, I feel like when you don't necessarily feel like you have a quote unquote privilege, you learn how to kind of be savvy or smart in different ways.
Right.
Because you never really had it like that.
But I also feel like sex sells.
It
which
does.
is unfortunate.
Indeed.
Sex,
Yeah.
It does.
money, and power. That's just
Yeah.
kind of what we are
Yeah.
in America. I can't really
sad.
speak on any other countries because I've never lived in
No,
any
I
other
think,
countries.
I think
yeah,
it's
worldwide,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's definitely the Western world, at
Okay.
least.
Especially when you
like-
learn men, like as a
Oh, yeah.
woman, learning
Yeah.
the truth about men,
Oh, yeah,
it
yeah.
sucks. But
Yeah.
yeah, pussy, power, money,
Yeah.
that's really all they care about,
Yeah.
unfortunately.
So I think it's just about, using that to your advantage, but also just not being done with it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I
Exactly.
feel like, and also not putting yourself in situations that if you feel like will be uncomfortable.
Yeah, and
So-
again, being humble, like you said.
Yes.
Yeah.
Huge.
Humbles are,
Mm.
a lot of people are not humble in this
Yeah,
industry.
because
Yeah.
people would probably look at you and expect you to be like stuck up and like ill.
Yeah.
But you're so friendly, approachable. Like when you walked in the building, I'm
yeah.
like, oh, I think that's her. And your energy was just so bright. I love
yeah.
that. So that's just important.
It's
you can be
very
as pretty
important.
as you want to be, but that
Yeah.
inside, when it matches,
Oh, yeah.
that's the true radiance.
Yeah.
Plus also your confidence, because your confidence when you walked in is very strong as well.
It's an age
Right.
thing, guys. No, I was kidding.
I also gotta ask your zodiac because
Yeah,
I
well,
need
I
to
was gonna
know.
say, what's your
Yeah,
zodiac?
I'm Aries.
Yeah,
Ooh, I like Aries.
Okay, so first of all, happy birthday! It's
Oh,
your
thank
season.
You, thank you. It was actually on Monday.
Yeah.
Oh, shout out to that.
Okay, so fellow fire sign.
Oh,
so
I
I
love-
understand.
Yep.
I'm a Leo.
Yep.
So I get it.
That's
We
amazing.
did a whole Zodiac episode. And
We did.
I'm learning. It's like it wasn't a part of me growing up in Sweden, like part of the culture. And then now people like really, they're like, oh, blah, blah, you're this and this. I'm like, tell me more about being an asparagus because I know nothing. But it's interesting to learn because there's a lot of truth in it for sure.
Do you ever feel like just in society people look at you because of the way you look? Like they feel like they kind of maybe like a quote unquote dumb blonde, but then do you feel like it's kind of like an advantage for you because you can show them like I'm not that, and you're gonna make my money?
Oh, definitely. I think especially when I meet, like, let's say I meet my clients, the first impression I was like, Jesus Christ, who's this giant person in the end of the hallway? But then when I start talking to them, like, I think that one, I make people feel cared for, especially in the industry that I am. And then I guess I am a little bit full of surprises because I might look like a dumb bimbo, but then in the end, I'm like, I also speak 4 languages. Like, I have a master's degree. I've lived in 6 countries. Like, there's definitely, and I think that goes for all of us, so much more under the surface regardless. But again, the pretty privilege is, especially in sales, definitely a great advantage.
Oh,
so, but yeah. I mean, everyone has their opinions, I think, initially.
Do you prefer sales or like Playboy? Like if you could like pick one.
I'm so
Really?
competitive. Yeah. Also, I don't know what it is with modeling, but it is. It's not what I'm great at, and I think because I am a perfectionist, I want to be the best, and I've never. No one taught me anything in modeling. It's just more like I'll take photos of you, and I'm like, cool, and then I don't really know how to like use my face or do certain movements
Yeah.
that looks good. So I would say sales is what I'm great at, and then modeling is what I could be great at.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay. Yeah, it's just one of those things you didn't really know you had in you.
exactly.
And you're kind of like,
Yeah.
okay, I'm going with it.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
this works for me.
Yep.
Oh, is this my angle? Okay.
Yeah. And it also gave, I mean, it opened a lot of doors. It gave me great opportunities to other rooms that I haven't been in before. So I'm enjoying the ride. Probably have to do a little bit of Botox after this week so I can like keep up with the.
How is Botox?
Yeah, I was
I've
gonna
never-
say. Do you
It-
feel the pressure of keeping up with that kind of thing?
I mean, I think the world definitely puts pressure on not just females, but like us young people in
general.
in general. But Botox was a great discovery a couple of years ago. It definitely, I don't know what the after effects are going to be, but if I have like a third eye popping out, like you guys let me know. But as of now, it makes my skin at least. I've always had good skin because I avoided the sun because I didn't want my freckles. But Botox definitely helps with just like making you look a little younger.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm gonna keep doing it.
Gotcha. So can I ask you more about that? How do you feel about the way that the culture and society is kind of shifting where plastic surgery kind of is the thing? A lot of women feel like that's something they have to do in order to, I guess, fit the mold or the standard.
But yeah, you're right. But I also feel like it's also going back to not doing it. Like the way, I don't know if you remember, but like right before, like during the pandemic when everyone got their bodies done.
Yeah.
And like, again, do what makes you happy, do what makes you comfortable, as long as you can afford it. Because
Right.
That's another thing. Yeah.
I just don't. I think that the trend is now less of that, which I think is an amazing thing because not so much for like you can have your body image and like it can be screwed and it can be wonderful, but I think there's a lot of risk and there's a lot of toxins that come with like putting silicone in your body, putting whatever butt implants. That's like that can be deadly. And so for you as a young person to go risk your life in that perspective, I hope that trend dies out. Like I really hope that trend dies out from a beauty standpoint, but like from a health standpoint, please don't do that.
Yeah.
Also, do it for you. Like, I feel like if you want to do whatever you want to do for yourself, don't do it because you see somebody else doing it.
Yeah.
Like, do it for yourself. I feel like that's more important because it's your body. You have to live with that.
Yeah, but I feel like there's a lot of girlies who are trying to convince themselves that they're doing it for themselves.
Yeah.
And it's really because you want to just fit in or you want to feel like that girl on Instagram or whatever the case may be. There's a lot of comparison, I think, due to social media.
Yeah.
So I definitely agree. Like, do what's going to make you happy, but really do it if it's going to make you happy. Because how are you going to feel 5 years from now when that's not how you want to look anymore?
I've always had this rule saying like, if I want to do something today, if I still want to do it in a year and a half from now, then I can do it. That did not go with my drunken tattoo because I just randomly did that when I was drunk. But like everything else, I'm like, all right, Anna, if you really want this done or if you want to change something like this, if you want it in a year and a half from now, cool. But think about it first.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So my last question about pretty privilege before we get to Lamark's Corner is, do you feel like color plays a role in pretty privilege?
I think it definitely has for our, like, the time of human race being like the way we are as of now. I think as of changes in society, I hope and I see it myself in our industry that now it's about much more about inclusivity.
Inclusivity, yeah.
And I'm like,
No, that word's a lot.
There's a lot. That's a lot of word. I'm like, even pretty privileged. I was like practicing it on the train. I was like,
this show is a hot ass mess. So you don't have to like come in here.
You
Like,
also speak multiple languages, so the fact that you can even like enunciate and speak as clearly as you do is amazing.
Give me 2 margaritas and I'm like downhill from now. But I think definitely as of now, I think the world, hopefully, moving forward, is going to be very much more open to what beauty is in every way. Like, I think that when I grew up and when you guys grew up, like, it was a very standard picture of what Vogue gave as a standard beauty or all these big magazines because it was very white. And I think as what's happening and has been happening with our generation growing up, it's like that's changed. Like, we're much more like standards of beauty has changed. What is beautiful has changed. And I think it's so important that all of us, mostly white people, take it as their duty to celebrate beauty for human race with like regardless of like ethnicity. So I'm hoping that's changing. I see it changing in my industry as well. Like, we're definitely being more diverse. But it's a hard thing to battle for sure.
Yeah. It's also, you got people, you're not humble. So a lot of people are just not humble in the egos, and you got to add in money, and sex sells again. So I think that it's changing, but you also, it's a mixture of just people and figuring it out. But I feel like from 10 years ago to now, it's way more inclusive.
Yeah, absolutely.
Definitely.
The inclusivity from, I will have to say, I think one of the biggest moments for inclusivity was the Savage Fenty show.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I never felt more
incredible.
represented in my life until Rihanna did that. So shout out to Queen.
Yes.
Well, the other Queen, because Queen B is the ultimate. But shout out to Queen Riri. We love her. And I just want to see more of that in our society and more of that just amongst everything. So
amen.
It's a lot. We all,
that's why I'm so glad you came, because I feel like, you know, sometimes people put our show in like a box, and I wanted to, you know, make sure we branch out to every different race or every different person, because we're for everybody. Like, we want to have a good time. So, you know, how that's meant for everybody. Of course. And
I have one more question for you. I want to know. So what do you, like, what are some examples of beauty that you look to, or that examples of things that inspire you to keep you going in the lane that you're in?
I mean, one, I'm a gym freak. So I'm in the gym not 7 days a week anymore because I hurt my shoulder and realized I had to slow down. But I believe in health. So I believe that if you are feeling good with yourself, because I've also gone through the part of where I wasn't feeling good and I didn't feel beautiful. And so I think health and just like feeling well and feeling energetic and feeling happy is such a huge part of being beautiful. Because at that point, if you're feeling good with yourself, you're going to be good to others, you're going to be good to yourself, and you can just grow into that radiant, like, happy person. And I think that's the part of beauty that I really appreciate. Because every time I meet someone who's like happy and nice, I'm like, oh, what a beautiful human being. And I know we're like superficial in many ways too, but I think that's my number one thing about like actual beauty.
What's your gym regimen?
Jesus Christ. Well, first come in and flirt a little. I have a new gym and I'm very like stoked about it. I walk in and I'm like, oh, so many hot people in here. But I only weight lift. So I don't do any cardio.
Wow.
I used to do cardio to the death of me and I would stay on the same weight, like nothing would change. And then I started lifting about 7 years ago and it changed my body completely. I was like, mind blown of how fast you can actually change your body by weightlifting. It's also like I hated being on a treadmill, I hated running, and then when you start weightlifting, it's like I can only do this for 40 minutes and it's enough. Because
muscle builds, I think, hurts fat, something like that, like muscle.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so it's that, and then that's basically it.
That's awesome. Yeah, everybody always tells me that too, because I'm always looking for ways, because obviously big ass titties. I'm just gonna say that.
I mean, as a small titty person with
they,
like 4
they look
push-ups.
amazing though.
Yeah, I have a lot of push-ups in here.
Everyone's
I'm jealous.
if you want to like completely change that area without the surgery route, because I'm thinking about getting them smaller, they're like, try weightlifting first. Yeah, everybody keeps saying that, so I really think I want to try it.
You should try it. Yeah. I mean, just to like see if it's your thing. I didn't think it was I didn't think exercising was my thing at all. And then I tried it, and now I'm like, it's an addiction. Like I have to do it. Didn't do it today. I had a cheat day today, but it's amazing what it does to you.
Okay. I definitely want to try it. I'm inspired to do so.
I'm trying to go to the gym at least 3 times a week.
I'm proud of you. You've been doing it.
Yeah, I've been trying. It's just the gym is just with my job and
I think that's the thing. It's the schedule.
Yeah,
because I love cycling. He also loves cycling, but it's like the classes are early. Yeah, and when I get the chance to get some extra sleep, I don't want to get up.
I know. So funny story about cycling. Soul Cycle changed my life initially. So I used to be probably 30 pounds heavier. Started soul cycling because we had a discount with work. And then I became almost like addicted to it and then lost a lot of weight. And that's when I started weightlifting. But now I can't do soul cycle anymore. I get in there, I'm like, oh, no, what? I get anxiety.
Yeah.
I can't.
I don't have the shoes. Like that's kind of sucks. The shoe thing is a lot, but we should have a soul cyclist come up here and talk about that.
That would be dope. Because it's really liberating.
I can get you a soul cycle girl. I have one of the amazing instructors.
Okay, we want that.
I will bring her. I'll have her come over.
It's one of those things where it's when you push through, you see how dope it is. Exactly. At first, it's terrible. It's like the worst thing. You're like, why am I here?
Yeah.
Why I'm going back and forth. Please make me stop. And then after, you're like, damn, I did that though. I feel really good.
And it's dark in there. So like you don't feel judged. You don't feel like someone is like, watching you exercise, not knowing what you're doing. Right. That was the beauty for me, that I didn't feel watched.
Yeah.
I went to the gym. When to say? I'm not gonna say the gym name because I don't want to out them out. But I was apparently because some men in the gym like to cruise. I don't know if you know what cruising is. No. Yeah.
No, but tell me more.
It's very much like do you know what cruising is, Noah? Yeah. Shout out to Noah. Okay. So cruising is kind of like when you go in public places and play with other men, but like privately. So I was in the sauna and it was a lot of guys in the sauna and everybody started playing with each other, and I was like, "Oh, this must be a cruising place."
I'm dead.
And I was like, "Oh, this is different." Like I didn't know what to do, so I was like,
"The sauna at the gym that you
go to." The
sauna
at the gym that I go to.
Huh.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, that doesn't happen.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
no, we good.
Yeah.
That's too much.
Women don't even, we don't even look at each other in the gym.
And
or in the-
honestly, I usually try to find a gym that's closest to me so I can go home and shower because I don't.
Yeah.
even
Oh yeah, I
wanna
don't shower in the gym
at
either.
the gym.
No, same.
No, the shower in the gym is nice. Like it's a whole. I'm not
Yeah,
gonna say
no,
the name. 'Cause
well,
I don't want to.
I
I
guess
don't do that
Yeah,
either.
being, it's just harder when you're a woman. You
Also,
just
like
don't
girls
trust
have long
anything.
hair. Like I don't want to step on all that. No.
It's different on that.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, Lamarck, let's move right into
Yeah,
Lamarck's
let's
corner.
move in. Let's move in. It's getting juicy.
Yes.
We're over here talking about Soul
Roasting.
Cycle.
Lamarck's Corner, where I answer all the questions you guys send me, advice, shade, all that good stuff.
Yeah.
All right, question number 1. Have you ever had to ghost someone, and what was the reason?
Oh my god, I'm like the ghoster.
Oh.
I'm the ghost. Yeah, but the second time you hit me up, third time maybe, I will tell you why. Like, I've just gotten to the point. No, actually, I'm not the ghoster. That's not. Well, I'm the disappearer, but I will be transparent and tell you why. So I won't just like ignore you and like not never answer you again. I will tell you at some point. Usually, yeah, maybe third text or DM. Like, sorry, like it's not gonna work out for me due to A, B, and C.
Right.
Okay.
Oh, well, they just. So I feel like it's different when you're talking to somebody, you just ghost them. But someone you don't really know and they just keep attacking you, that's different.
Yeah. No,
Yeah,
that
yeah.
that is ignoring, straight
Yeah.
up ignoring. But no, I definitely represented myself wrong. I'm so sorry, guys.
Yeah, no, it's fine.
But yeah, yeah. But nowadays, yeah, I tell people what it is.
Yeah.
Because I want you to like you deserve to find what you want, and then I also I don't want you to hate me for like not
Yeah.
saying what it is.
I'm the same way. I'll tell you, like, hey, I'm not feeling this. But, like,
Yeah.
if you're really just trash, then I feel like there's no reason.
Yeah, true.
Is it really ghosting or am I just, like, fleeing the
Yeah,
scene? I'm good.
Yeah.
Actually, the same.
Yeah.
Right, like, please.
I don't think I've ever ghosted anybody. I mean, I've never ghosted somebody I was already talking to, if that makes sense. Unless it got crazy.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I don't think I've just ghosted someone. Like, if someone hits me up on, like, I may not respond, but if we didn't start talking already. So I feel like that's not ghosting. That's kind of like, what's the word? Like, just not responding.
Yeah,
Yeah,
just
like
kinda,
slowly
like,
fading
flipping
out.
out.
Yeah,
No,
fading
that
out.
I
what
do.
I do
Yeah.
hate though is like when you're balls deep with a good conversation or a good, like you're really enjoying getting to know this person and then they ghost you.
Oh.
Because I've been ghosted.
Oh,
before.
I've been
Yeah,
ghosted
same.
too.
Yeah, so
yeah.
it's like, oh, bitch, really? Oh,
Yeah.
I see
No,
that.
I've been
see
ghosted
that.
many times.
And then sometimes they'll stick around on your social media, so they'll keep watching what you're
which
doing.
Is the weirdest.
So then I'm like, oh, really? So then I unfollow you. You can stay watching me, but I'm
Yeah.
gonna unfollow you.
Yeah.
Offer it. I don't
boundaries.
care. Yeah,
I love that for you.
I'm not. We're not doing that.
I've gotten a lot of that recently with the picture I post. So we'll talk about that later.
Ooh, okay.
'Cause that was wild. My DMs were crazy after.
Oh, I want to know. I mean,
It was a lot. I was just trying to celebrate body positivity. I don't know when this will come out, so I guess whenever this comes out, but I was just trying to, promote the club. Like, I got paid for it. It was cool, but my DMs have been disgusting after.
I bet.
Yeah, it was wild. But I didn't think it was that
like,
bad.
yeah.
Men can be a little
Men are
disgusting.
terrible.
Yeah.
All right, terrible is wild.
Okay, I'm
Chelsea.
sorry.
Not-
Like,
sorry.
Yeah, not all.
You know what I mean. You know what I
But
mean. I'm
they
not speaking
don't.
on all, but like, there's a good portion of men that just ain't shit. And
Yeah.
I hate to say
Yeah.
it because I do believe there are good men and good but the way they treat us. It's just like I just had something similar happen the other day. Like somebody who consistently would DM me sometimes and I don't really pay attention to it, but he'll send me like inappropriate things that he thinks
Oh,
are
no.
funny. And I just finally had enough. Like it pissed me all the way off. So I went off and then I ended up getting an apology video to my DMs about it. Like, oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean
Was
to
it like a
do that."
face video?
Yeah, they said, I'll show you after.
Okay, that's
I'll show you
wild.
off camera.
I've never seen an
promise
apology
you.
video. Like,
Yeah, he sent me an apology because fuck you.
Mm.
The fuck are you doing? Why are you bothering me? And why are you consistently making comments about my body?
Oh, yeah,
all
no.
the time, and you don't know me like that.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm good.
No.
Okay. Question number 2: Is it offensive to ask someone to fuck on the first date?
If someone does it, I'm gonna be disgusted and say like, "Why what is wrong with you?" But then I also know that there's definitely a part of our culture where people find it acceptable. So I can't judge for anyone else. If someone, note, write this down, guys.
Ooh.
If someone does that to me, I will block you. I won't call the cops, but like I'm gonna definitely block you and like never speak to you again.
Yeah.
Because that's
Fair
not
enough.
where I'm at in life right now. Like
Yeah.
I don't even at this point, like I can go months without having sex. Like I'm not wasting my pH balance for that.
Ooh, amen. Come on, pH balance.
Yeah.
We're not playing about that. I don't judge if that's something that you want to do, but if me and you aren't on that type of timing, I don't think it's appropriate to even ask me that or lean towards that.
Yeah, I think it's about the timing. Like,
Yeah.
depending on our relationship and how it goes.
Exactly.
But it's just a random person, then no.
Yeah.
Not at all.
Yeah. Next question. Is the breadwinner in the relationship the one who calls all the shots?
Unfortunately, I don't think. I mean, I'm not in a relationship, so I can't speak for anyone but myself. But
Yeah, I can't either. But I would like to, from what I've seen for a lot of my friends that are in relationships with men that are breadwinners, yes.
Yeah.
But then I have a couple of friends that are the breadwinners in their relationships and the guy is not. And it's pretty even.
Yeah.
So I think it depends.
I think it changes.
Yeah.
I think our parents' generation, that was definitely the case.
100%.
I think now it's definitely, hopefully, changing a little bit.
I think it should be a balance. Like, no one should feel superior to the person they're dating. I feel like. I mean, unless you're into that. But I just think that it should just be a good balance. Because if I make more or you make more, I shouldn't feel like I'm a burden, asking for things. Or you shouldn't, you know what I'm saying? Like, I shouldn't feel a way about it, if that makes sense. You shouldn't make me feel a way about me making more or me making less. Like, it should be an even balance.
Exactly.
But that's also hard, though. Because then if someone's making substantially more money than you, that's like... Ooh, like in the millions? It's just like, ugh.
Okay, well, then maybe you need to reevaluate like why you're with who you're with. Because if they're not bringing something equally as valuable to you, which might not be money, maybe it's they support you, maybe they help take care of things at home and they make sure you're good. Like there's got to be some kind of trade-off.
Yeah.
So if you, which we do see this a lot with men in power or in some cases women in power, they'll get with people who they know are not on the same playing field as them. So it's almost like a manipulation tactic or a control thing because they're not really looking for an equal. They're just looking for something to control. So I think it can go either way.
Yeah.
I think you just have to be smart and
know your worth.
about it. Yeah. Aoki, I'm glad you got out that situation, girl, because it was going to get bad. I don't know what you thought you was going to do with that 65-year-old man.
Oh, yeah, no.
I'm just going to put that out there. Because that was going to...
I walked past Serafina on the way here, and then, like, straight away now I'm like...
Yes. Yes. That is true. Serafina is on the way here.
Shame on you, man.
Yeah. Different strokes for different
mostly because, like, when I watch the videos and, like, again, everyone has their own free will and choice. I was like, oh, girl, no.
Would you date someone significantly older than you at this point in your life?
I have.
Okay.
Yeah, I definitely dated a man in his mid-50s.
Okay.
But I also felt like he tried to be my dad, and it did not last long. It was like a good 3 months, and I was like, yep, nope, can't do this.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Okay. Next question. What would you do if you propose and they say no?
I would
Well,
have to move to the moon.
yeah, I don't ever see myself proposing.
I would never do that either. Hell no. Like I've done no.
But if I was a man and I proposed and she said no, I'd be really hurt.
Yeah.
Maybe I'd try to, if I had any inkling that she might say no, I'd try to make it a private proposal.
Yeah.
So if she says no, it's like also, in private.
Yeah, but please know that before you ask. Like, feel out, like read the room.
Feel it out.
Yeah.
I think you should say yes in public and then just say no in private.
Oh, hell.
Because if it's in public, it's just like, and saying no is bad.
But then everybody's like, oh my God, what happened? You guys were just so happy. And it's like, no, bitch, I was lying.
Yeah, but still, like, now I'm publicly embarrassed. Like, now it's a situation.
That's true. I would try to save a person that I'm close to's, like, I guess, face.
Yeah.
But, like, oh, God.
But how do you do that? How do you say yes and then
pull them aside? Pull them aside.
Yeah.
I've seen that.
Can I go to the bathroom after this?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Next question. Was there ever a time you used your looks to get out of something?
Oh, absolutely. Like, all the time.
You have an example?
One time I got arrested on the train subway because I was smoking weed on the platform.
Oh, shit.
I flirted so hard, and this cop goes, I feel for you. I was like, yeah.
I know you get arrested for that.
This was before it was legal to smoke weed, too.
Okay, yeah.
So, like, there's definitely been times I have flirted hard to get out of
Nice. Okay, so you really bought that life.
Oh, yeah.
That's all I'm hearing at this point.
Another story was like I moved from Miami back to New York, and I accidentally moved into 6th floor walk up, not knowing I didn't have an elevator. So when the moving company came, I knew that they charged like $150 per flight. So I was like, oh, I'm not about to pay another like $600 for this. So I flirted. They spoke no English, only Spanish, but I made margaritas. I was playing Spanish music.
Hey.
I was doing
Do what you gotta do.
Yeah.
I would have did that too.
Oh, yeah. No. So, yes.
Are you
definitely
still
done
in the
that.
6th floor walk up?
No, God. I moved
Thank
to a
God.
beautiful apartment in NoHo.
Ooh,
First floor. Yeah.
Okay.
I've hustled for 12 years.
I'm
well,
trying
11
to be like
years.
you when I
It's-
grow up. Honestly, on
It's taken me 11 years. I'm finally getting to this place.
I'm 4 years in, so I'm
Oh,
hoping
girl.
that soon.
You'll get
I could be
there.
like-
You'll get there.
Chelsea, have you ever used your looks to get out something?
Yes, I have a lot of times, especially my cleavage.
With examples?
Let's see. Getting things for free, not necessarily like, for example, like go to the deli, say I might need a lighter, like, oh, I don't have any cash. Oh, is it possible for me to just like get a lighter? Just need something real quick. Okay, mommy, I got you. You know, a little smile, a little, if my hair is out, I'll use it to my advantage or something. It depends on the situation. What else? I did get pulled over for doing 90 and a 60 one time. I still got a ticket, but he didn't give me the full ticket that he should have gave me. He gave me like the one where I didn't have to go to court. I could just pay it off. Just a smile, little cleavage push.
Yeah.
You know, it worked out. So it's just, I have my moments, but I don't think I have that many moments. I think just I have to move with logic.
I mean, I have my moments, but with men and men, it's very like aggressive. So it's like if I'm opening that door, they're coming inside. Like
Okay.
in more ways than one. So I just don't want to open that door. So that's why I kind of just, chill out. All right. And the last question. Does something every night make you an addict? Like masturbating, sex, or a glass of wine?
No. If that's your wine
I'm like
down,
checking all of it.
Yeah.
I'm like,
If that's your wine down, then no.
Yeah, I
I
don't
think
think
what makes you an addict is when something is literally a negative thing for you and it's affecting you negatively and you continue to do it.
And you also can't ever
Yeah.
not do it. Like
Exactly.
Like, yeah.
When you know how to do something in moderation, I
Yeah.
don't think that makes you an
Moderation is key.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think
moderation
so,
is
too.
key.
Plus, in Europe they say 1 glass of wine a day makes you live longer.
Hello.
So,
What kind of wine do you like?
I love I love so much wine. I don't drink any hard liquor anymore, so I stopped that because I started getting vertigo and like crazy things with my body because I was a full-blown alcoholic during COVID.
Okay.
By definition, not socially, I'd say no. But I love champagne first and foremost,
Okay.
and then a great Merlot. My favorite wine is a Potic Red. When it comes to you guys have to try it. It's incredible. But yeah, I love wine, and I need it every
Nice
night.
to know. Okay, so if you ever come back up here, then we'll have wine ready for
I'll
you.
bring
Gotcha.
it for us
Ooh.
as a host
Ooh.
gift. I'll bring it. Next
I know
time.
that's right.
Ah, okay, we found another
Yeah,
topic to
I'll
bring Miss
bring it
Anna
next
back,
time.
honey.
So we're gonna deep, into your business a little bit. Your love life. You said you're single, but now the freakiest thing you've ever done, if you don't mind talking about that.
The freakiest thing I've ever done. Oh my God. I'm like, what? I'm actually pretty, I will say I'm pretty innocent in a lot of ways because like I've never had a threesome. I've never had anal. That's a lot for people to know. But the freakiest thing I've ever done is probably having sex basically in public. Like,
Okay.
yeah, at a bar.
Oh.
Yeah, people didn't really know what was happening because I had a massive dress on, but it happened. Yeah.
Okay. So
Yeah.
wait, like in the cut or like you were literally at the bar?
Like no, we were like not in the bar. We had our own little section with my ex-boyfriend. But yeah, we in Dallas.
That's actually kind of fun.
Yeah.
it was
with that.
very exciting. I didn't think I was gonna enjoy that as much as I did, but yeah, it was. A good
I love
time.
that.
Favorite position?
Just one position. Oh wait, what?
Your favorite position.
I'm like it was just one position. We had to stay in that one place. Favorite position is probably when I'm on top.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, she is an Aries.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's
yeah.
boss bitch energy.
Yeah.
And last one, your freak number 1 to 10 and why?
Freak number.
1 through 10 and why?
My freak.
Your freak number. Like if you could put place a number
what
on
I
it.
place myself. I'm gonna sound very boring, but I'm giving myself a 6.
That's fair.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay. Because I'm like, I'm not that. Yeah, I realize I'm not that freaky.
Okay. And that's fair.
Yeah.
Shout out
That's
to Izzy.
definitely
Izzy's in here,
fair.
too.
Hey, Izzy.
Yeah, this was a cool show. It was a really good environment. I hope you had a good time.
I had an amazing
felt
time, guys.
opened.
Thank you for brightening up my week and my Friday night.
Oh, no.
Of course.
Yeah, that was
Okay,
great.
so you don't have anything lit going on? Nothing else that you're doing? Anything else you want to plug in before we wrap up?
We're launching my new restaurant with the hotel in about April 24th is the official date. So that's happening on the Lower East Side. Hotel in Rivington is getting 2 new bars, a new restaurant. All my venues are available for any parties that anyone ever wants to do. So please hit me up on Instagram if you need anything for an event. But no, I think
That's lit. That's dope.
I
Yeah.
love that.
Yeah.
Okay, restaurant.
Yeah.
You gotta pull
yeah,
up.
Business.
yeah, definitely.
Now, any questions you have for us before we wrap up?
Yes.
And also, there's no pressure. You don't have to ask us nothing. It's really okay.
Totally fine.
Yeah.
I just want to ask, will you ever have me back? Because like this made me feel so happy.
Of course, yeah. Well,
No,
actually,
you
you're like
guys
the
are
second
great.
to like last episode. We're about to actually wrap the season. So
Okay. Well,
it's gonna be-
congratulations.
Thank you.
That's amazing. No, but I think you guys are amazing. Thanks for having great energy and just being loving and caring and yeah.
Of
Well,
course.
thank you for coming.
Yeah,
'cause,
thank you so much for
yeah,
coming, 'cause
Time is money.
Time is money. And you were early. You were on time. So, like, shout out to
That
you.
was a little
And then
late.
you came looking like this, girl.
Yeah.
So I know it took some
I'm gonna,
time.
I'm gonna
so
go
thank
find myself a
you.
little man in the bar next door later. So
Okay.
no,
Listen,
I'm
I
actually gonna
support
go
it.
home eventually. But yeah.
And please plug your Instagram in
Yes.
and everything else you want to
Give
plug
the
in.
people all where to find you.
Please find me on Anna So Swede, Anna with 2 N's, but Anna So Swede on Instagram. I got banned on TikTok for apparently you're not supposed to mention that you're a Playboy model.
Oh.
Yep. So I still have one, but I'm not doing what I used to do on TikTok. But yeah, find me on Anna So Swede on Instagram, and I will find you back.
Aw. Yay.
And thank you guys so much for listening and appreciate and being a part of the show. And Chelsea, any last comments?
Thank you guys for watching. Love you. Thanks for rocking with us all season. It's been a long season.
It's been a long fucking season. And we're out.